Hello and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons, Planescape, Torment, the Enhanced Edition. When we last left off, we needed to get some ink for Macbeth. Well, I would think we'd have to go talk to Fell for that, but nope.
Done. All right.
Hey, Cutter! I got a good place for you to stay. Come inside.
Here we go.
Got 1 minute in here, Cutter. Come on in.
Let's go the quick way.
All right.
Let's see here. Sea plums, Dorian fireseed. Nope, not you. What do you have to offer me? We've got some spells. Also, I can offload that onto you. Might need to offload those as well. Pretty sure I don't need those anymore. If not, I can recollect them. And this one, because it's bugged. That's Dirty Rat Charm. Usable by thieves. Plus 10 to stealth, plus 5 to pickpocket. I'd never remember to use those. Bone Charm. Ugh. I don't need back into the mortuary, and even if I do, I can walk out. So yeah. Again, worst case scenario, I can buy it back.
See the shine on that? See the edge on it? I tell you what, Cutter, that'll do you.
Welcome again. Finest steel. Nope. Here we go. Old woman gives you gummy smiles. Some fish, my child? Fish heads? Macbeth said you sell ink. Sent me to purchase some. Ink? Nay, sir, I sells no ink. I just sells fish. Are you sure Macbeth, the midwife in Ragpicker Square, mentioned you specifically? Heh! Well, Koshai was me dam's name and me grandman's name. Could have been any of us. Yet we're both in the dead book, so only this Koshai matters. No idea what she's on about. Midwife in the Picker Square, you say? Thanks for a moment. Don't know her. I don't. So you don't have any ink. Well, I can't say it's much of a surprise. I swear Macbeth has me running in circles. Now, hold on. Your midwife friend's not all wrong. I know how you can get ink, but may not be the ink that you're looking for. The ink I'm thinking of bleeds from the gills of a Brotigan-fin, it does. This Brotigan-fin bleeds ink? Thing is, the fish is not for eating. It's got a horrible taste, scalds the tongue. You can ask Miriam. She pitches her fish sale down the street in Southerly way. She cackles. Might have one of them fish you needs in her poke. I guess I'll go seek her out.
Updated my journal.
Miriam, Is there anyone here? Let's see here. You are up north, I guess?
See the shine on that? See the edge on it? I tell you what, Cutter, that'll do you, your business.
This is probably the worst place we can be in Sigil at the worst time.
I mean, probably. Sure, Craddock.
Come in, Basher. Look here, the finest Toledo blade.
Toledo blades. Well, Toledo was known for making very good blades. The problem is, Toledo's here on Earth, so...
Jellied Hydra eyeballs in aspic. Give it a try. It's delicious.
Don't think I can sell either of those. Requind.
Come on in, Basher. We have the best blades in town.
I'm gonna have to look this up on the map 1 second. Okay. I need to look south. I mean, she did say southerly. I just thought she was, you know, being rude. Fish, southerly, all that sort of thing. Here we go. We meet again, stranger. What can I do for you? Have you heard of a Brodiga fin? I was told it bleeds ink from its gills. She blinks and nods. Aye, that fish. That fish is a strange one, it is. Not many have heard of it unless want to eat it. Difficult to kill, and even in death, still seems to live. Not many want to latch their teeth around something that still writhes. Do you have one?
Updated my journal.
Aye, but the ink, you'll need something to carry it in. Have you a bowl or cup, perhaps? Great. I'll go look for one. I'll be back. Well, we do know someone who is selling,
Can't afford to get cut off.
some knickknacks. Hello again. What would you like to purchase today? What are you selling right now? I sell plates, cups, jugs, tankers, cutlery, and the like, sir. All of fine quality, sir. The finest. Please look over my goods. Should you have any questions, feel free to ask. I need something to hold ink in. Do you have a tankard or goblet for sale? She nods. Oh, yes, many kinds. Range of price from a few coppers to several hundred. Actually, I'm looking for the cheapest one you have. Raises an eyebrow, reaches into a crate at her side, then throws a battered-looking tankard at you. It's covered in dents, and its handle looks like it's about to fall off. This one looks like it was used on someone's skull. She smiles slightly. It'll do. Thanks, and farewell.
Updated my journal.
Well, met again, sir. What can I do for you? I brought a tankard. Can I get ink from the fish from it? She nods and plucks a fish from her pole. It twitches as she grabs it. She starts lashing it about as she begins to twist it like a rag. She wrings it until a bluish-black ichor falls and trickles from the fish's grill. When your tankard is almost full, she relaxes her grip and throws the twitching fish into a sack at her side. Thanks.
Updated
Farewell.
my journal.
Can't afford to get caught off guard, Cutter. We sell only top of the line.
Here we are, Basher. I think we can fit you out.
All right. Done.
All right. Macbeth has tugged at the massive greenish lime starch rags you brought from Griscoll. She seems to be purposely fraying the edges as if to peel them apart somehow. When she hears you approach, she turns. Aye, child? Here's that ink you wanted. Beth takes the tankard of ink from you and sniffs it. Prime ink. Fresh it is, aye. She nods to you. You've done well, child. All I've asked. Now I ask you again. After all you've seen, you still want to learn the art? No, I think the art... Don't think the art's for me. Farewell. Yes, after all, the guiding goal of your errands was to test my persistence, was it not? Macbeth smiles and nods. Yes, mayhap, child, mayhap. And that's not all. You knew who I had to see to accomplish each errand, didn't you? Beth nods again, slower this time. Mayhap, child, mayhap. Even so, what did your senses tell you about them? Mourns for Tears showed me that my beliefs affect the world around me. Griscoll taught me that a ritual is wasted effort if the purpose of the ritual is ignored. Miriam taught me that no matter how much I might think I know, there's much I need to learn from another's eyes. Mabeth is silent for a moment, then she walks over to you and touches you on the cheek. Oh, child, you will be a master sorcerer one day, you will, and ye have the knowing of it, yet ye have come to old Mabeth for help, ye have. What could a midwife teach such a one? Much, Mabeth. I want to learn all you have to teach. So you walk the path, then, Mabeth pauses. Well, first things firstly, just have the knack for the art isn't enough. You need to have some means to give it a focus, usually spells. These spells are usually in a book, so the art demands you have a spell book, or like a 4 you can cast magic. Can you read? Believe so, yes. Then let's test it. Can you read this? Mabeth draws forth a small tattered card. Looks like a recipe. Examine the recipe. Here, can you read this? Mabeth draws forth a small tattered card. Looks like a recipe. Strangely enough, the writing on the recipe swims in your eyes, each symbol twisting out of focus whenever you try to read it. Let's see. Study the symbols. See if you can't decipher them. Study the symbols intently. No matter how hard you concentrate, however, the writing on the recipe seems to flow out of focus, bending and twisting like a nest of snakes. It makes your eyes hurt just to focus and follow their movement. Keep studying, try to puzzle out their meaning. You can keep studying the symbols for a few more minutes. Mabeth silently watching you. Well, unfortunately, we need an intelligence of 14 to be able to read this, but I give up, Mabeth. What does writing mean? As you're about to give up and turn away, you relax your eyes and take the page in all at once. As you do, the symbols suddenly bleed together. Recipe lists measurements, ingredients. It also appears to be some sort of minor divination. This is a minor divination, is it? Looks like a spell that allows the user to see the nature of an item, see whether it's enchanted or not. Beth's eyes widen. Who are ye to test old Mabeth so? Are ye some kind of fiend? No. Well, not to my knowledge. What's wrong?
Updated my journal.
Well, not expecting it, was I. She nods at the recipe, then plucks it out of your hand. What you see, it's written in the language of the art. If ye is not a mageling yet, should be all a swirl of mishmash. She snaps her finger. Ye clear as crystal. You pluck the sense right up. Mayhap you tell old Mabeth why that is. I think I might have known once, but forgot. Seeing the symbols just jarred my memory. Or else a natural gift you may have. No matter, no matter. You've just shaved a season off your learning you have, Mabeth. Harumps. And I've been looking for someone to handle the chores around here I had. Well, if you need help with anything around here, you can still ask. It's the least I can do for exchange for you teaching me. No, don't worry about yourself about that. Well, you can read the spells well enough, but spells aren't good to you without a book to put them in. Do you have one? Beth glances around the hut, then picks the catch sight of the black barbed picture frame you made. She picks it up carefully and studies. This'll do. That thing, it's just a frame. Aye, but so are you, child. She holds the frame, picks up one of the starch rags you got from Griscoll. With a yank, she pulls off the greenish starch-surfaced film. It flutters in the air like wispy bits of cloth. Whatever Griscoll uses in the wash, it works better than curing, stretching and stoning does on a rag, normal rag. Can't afford parchment, I can't. Parchment. She takes starchy film and puts it over the black barbed frame, latching the rag's edges onto the hooks around the frame until it looks like a small greenish-black painter's canvas. It's missing something. Well, I need something painted on it. She nods. Aye, or written on it. She takes the tankard of ink you've given her, sets it down next to her. She dips one of her fingernails in the tankard, then draws it out, mumbling to herself. She begins to scratch symbols onto the frame, one by one, still mumbling to herself. Wait! All's done. Mabeth stands, drying her ink-stained fingernail on her robe. She tilts her head regarding the strange framed page in front of her. A page for your spell book it is. She indicates you should pick it up. Let's take it. Inside your spell book are your recipes, your spells, if you will. As long as they sit in the book, though, they're just words. She taps her head. The art demands you pluck the magic out of the book and put them in your attic, your head, before you can tap their power. Go on. Put them in your attic by studying them. You memorizing them. You need to rest first before you can do this, though. Any questions? No. Oh, no questions, eh? Well, now you should have questions. You know all about memorizing spells, ye? You're a sharp one. You sure you don't need any more of my best words of gobbling up your precious time? You're a master sorcerer already. Forgive me, Mabeth. I meant no question of what you said. Please explain how to memorize spells. Right then. Here's the dark of how you memorize spells. Pick the spells you want to stick in your head from your spell book before you go to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, they'll be buzzing in your head like flies, ready to be let out. How many spells can I cast? You can cast only one, mayhaps 2 spelled before needing rest again. As a tiny flitting mageling, there isn't much room in your attic, so use your spells wisely until you get wiser in the arts. As your power increases, you'll get more room in your attic for spells. Alright, go on. You can only cast the spells you memorize, so if you want to use the art to say mend something twice, you need to memorize the spell how many times? Twice. I bet not. Aye, twice, right enough. How can I get more spells?
Updated my journal.
Beth shrugs. Keep your eye and ears out for learning. Even common folks might have some minor magics to teach. There's also scrolls, recipes, books, even some stranger items that have spells inscribed on them. You find one, just examine it close and copy it to your book if you want it. Okay, got it. I can show you more spells if you return, especially when you've a little more in the plains and you... I appreciate it, thanks. Before you go, child, need some magics to whet your appetite. Mabeth rummages in her robe, pulls forth 3 small recipes she passes to you. You should copy these in your book so they can go in your attic soon enough. Thanks, Mabeth.
My journal.
Wait, there's more. Mabeth fishes a tiny bundle of black cloth from her apron and rolls it, producing a pair of amber earrings. These will protect you on your travels, child. I no longer wear them myself. Go ahead and take them. Thanks again. Alright, child, don't tarry here any longer. One such as ye has other ways to spend one's time other than hanging around old Macbeth. Now, come on, Macbeth, you're not old. You flatterer, your tongue's so lined with silver, it's shame of Batetsu. Get ye hence. Thank you for everything, Macbeth. You can thank me for not playing the addled cove with what you learned. Art's damn many a fool who sought to bend her to the ways the art's meant to be bent. Now get on with you. Alright, farewell.
I feel stronger.
We are now a mage. Ha ha! And we can level up. 2 hit points gained. Yeah, mages do not get much in the way of health. Spell memorization abilities have increased. 0 characteristic points gained. Yeah, I think what we have to do is get a level higher than our fighter level, which is about like 5 or 6. But now we can access our mage book. But first we're going to have to put in some spells in here. Amber Earrings, +2 to armor class, memorize 2 additional first level spells, used only by mages, and the Nameless One. These earrings are made from hardened sap of razor wine. When properly prepared, items made of this substance can be enhanced with powerful spells of protection. Well, that sounds good. And the Magus' Guard, which does absolutely nothing for Daikon there. Now we can wear it. That brings our armor class down to 3. Haha. So much better. We can also only use knives, so yay. Target card, a recipe of the ingredients for the incantation for the minor divination spell Identify. Spell reveals mysteries of an enchanted object, allowing you to know its exact abilities. Copy that. Succeed in learning that. Oh yeah. Let's save. Because we are not the brightest hammer. Chromatic Orb. Copy spell, let's succeed in learning that one. And Blood Bridge. Tattered card is a recipe for ingredients of the incantation necromantic spell Blood Bridge. The spell allows the caster to share a portion of his life with others, weakening himself but strengthening others. Okay, it's kind of like a healing spell, but takes my health. Succeed in learning that spell. Okay. And I think the one item that we gained earlier was it was the mage book itself. Alright. Scroll of Identify, we don't need that. Scroll of Chromatic Orb, we don't need that either. Scroll of Ice Knife. It's a level 2 spell, but let's see if we can't add it. Succeed in learning. Can't use it until we can access level 2 spells. Strength. Succeed. Fist of Iron, level 1. Spell gives casters Fist of Strength the durability of iron, turning a living weapon. Any punches to the caster will do more damage than normal. Spell only works on Nameless One. When cast, his normal punches are +3 to hit and +6 to damage. Nameless One cannot cast spells while the Fist of Iron is in place. Okay. Scroll of Armor. Very useful. Although not with the Mage Guard, I don't think. Succeed in learning that. And we should be able to... okay, purchase from Chairs and Charms from you. Let's see. Magic Missile. We definitely want to buy that. Friends. Gains temporary 2 to 8 points of Charisma. Yeah, I could see that being useful. Chromatic Orb. Identify. We already got. Pacification might not be a bad thing. Yeah. Long are the debates of the spectrum of color in the multiverse. This blue is better than yellow. Pike it, Burke. This white is the true color. And while in the end many agree that a color's greatness is in the eye of the beholder, spell establishes the fact that some colors are deadlier than others. Spell summons a large magical orb of color which can be hurled at the target of the caster's normal attack roll +3. The color of the orb depended on the caster's level. Yeah. Not exactly the... not exactly a spell that I'm going to be casting much at all. So yeah, I think I'm going to sell that. I'll keep the Scroll of Identify. Knock, Blur. Oh, those are definitely good spells. Yeah, I think that should be it. And you can remove curses. That's nice. Luckily now I no longer have to worry about other people to cast Identify for me. Magic Missile. Yes. Friends. Yeah. Knock. That'll be really useful in the future. And Blur. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's identify it. Yeah, we'll just use the scroll we've got. Actually, no. We'll identify Magic missile, and oh, I've got a level 2 spell already. I'll do a knock. Then, friends, why not? But that's gonna be for it for now. When we come back, I'm gonna go and rest up and yeah, start identifying stuff. Have a good one, folks.